We begin tonight with the U.S. and Iran on the brink.
Warned of a fresh wave of COVID-19 infections.
Around 1,000 years ago, there were never before seen plagues, each one more deadlier than the last. You never knew if you could hug your kids again. There was no hope and the world seemed to be done for good. 100 years ago, there were two major world wars. Corpses fell left and right, there was no hope and the world seemed to be done for good. Around 10 years ago, there was another great recession. Families grew scared, not knowing if they could live any longer. There was no hope and the world seemed to be done for good. And then came the infamous year 2020, where everything appeared to hit us together. A major disease, possible wars, and perhaps an even bigger recession. There is no hope and the world seems to be done for good.
But perhaps there's still hope. Communities are getting together. Relatives are getting closer, education is getting better, and our country's stronger. But there's still stuff that the media does not show us.
There is major news around the world of black people looting and rioting causing problems. Yet they are innovating for everyone and it's not being mentioned anywhere.
This is the sensor. So as the one pushes the sensor, the soap comes. So this is the soap, the soapy water. We've programmed it for 25 seconds, so you'll be able to wash your hands very well.
While the world's media focuses on the small percentage of people who are disobeying lockdown rules, it purposely forgets
to mention how the world's improving, because positive news does not get views.
Everyone focuses on how people are fighting each other, but they forget to mention how they're banding together in times of crisis.
Locally of their respective gangs, they're working together to feed the community, to look after this community. This is insane. You guys didn't think this would happen in your lifetimes, am I right? Yeah?
Before we go on, let's talk about our past again. When the original viruses came, people back then weren't prepared at all. However, if it weren't for them and them pushing forward, we would never have the medicines that we use every day today. If there were no world wars, major innovations that happened and helped us solve past crises would never have been created, such as medicine, penicillin, and other types of technology such as computers and even photocopying, which helped us majorly in our future. Even the recession in the 2000s taught us a lot about our economy and how we should take care of it, and how if it collapses, the world might face many problems.
What do we do with the oil stocks?
Volatile oil prices, crumbling crude prices fall.
How much lower?
We might have not learned much from it, but it did teach us a lesson, and it did have a positive outbreak in the end. These days, the world may look dull and people in it look sad. However, it's mainly because of the media. The media only posts negative news. As I just mentioned above, there is so much positive news. However, the media refuses to post it because it doesn't think it will get as much views. And us as people, we don't get to see that news and depression and anxiety levels go up. But somehow, during these sad times in 2020, there's still some good things going on. And I'll show you some more examples.
Our bad old habits have forever changed. Everyone has increased their hygiene levels, with the countries being cleaned of all germs, decreasing everyone's chance of becoming sick from any normal disease. Cleaned air and water because of the decreased voyages in the air and sea, with people being locked in their houses. The earth is happier than ever. As well as, for us humans, it resulted in the end of wars in terror-filled countries such as Ukraine and Russia, as well as many others.
Times may be rough and hope may be low. However, I believe if we keep on pushing forward, we can see happier times soon. Thanks for watching, and as always, see you next time.